Many moons ago, in a far-off place, lived a handsome prince with a gloomy face, for he did not have a bride. Oh, he sighed, alas, and he pined, alas, but alas, the prince couldn't find a lass who would suit his mother's pride. For a princess is a delicate thing, delicate and dainty as a dragonfly's wing. You can recognize a lady by her elegant air, but a genuine princess is exceedingly rare. On a stormy night, to the castle door came the lass the prince had been waiting for. I'm a princess lost, quoth she. But the queen was cool and remained aloof, and she said, perhaps, but we'll need some proof. I'll prepare a test and see. I will test her thus, the old queen said. I'll put 20 downy mattresses upon her bed, and beneath those 20 mattresses, I'll place a tiny pea. If that pea disturbs her slumber, well, then a true princess is she. Now the bed was soft and extremely tall, but the dainty lass didn't sleep at all, and she told them so next day. Said the queen, my dear, if you felt that pea, then we've proof enough of your royalty. Let the wedding music play. And the people shouted quietly, for a princess is a delicate thing, delicate and dainty as a dragonfly's wing. You can recognize a lady by her elegant air, but a genuine princess is exceedingly There are many versions of this story. I sing them all. This is the prettiest, but it's not quite accurate. I happen to know the true story of the Princess and the Pea for the very good reason that I was there. In a small kingdom lived a mute king and a talkative queen. The princess in the story was not the only one chosen for the test. Actually, 13 girls came to the castle hoping to wed the prince, but whom, for one reason or another, were found to be unsuitable. As a matter of fact, the day I arrived in court, they were testing Princess number 12. A curious quiz was in progress.
Are you ready for the next question?
I guess so.
The next question concerns a famous rulers. Are you quite ready?
Uh-huh.
Well then, name 3 kings. Is that clear?
Yes. Could you repeat that question, please?
Certainly. Name 3 kings.
Can I take the third king's name first? Well then, 3 kings are...
Is this a trial?
No, it's the royalty test to find out if she's a true princess.
King Arthur, King John, and...
Well, does it matter if she's a true princess?
Oh yes, if she is a true princess, we can all get married.
King Ethelred.
That is absolutely correct!
She's smart, Mama. She's the best one yet. Can I marry her now? Can I, please?
No, sweetheart. There's still one more question.
This test isn't going to be fair.
It's the law that isn't fair.
Law?
The marriage law. Throughout the land, no one may wed till dauntless to the altar's led.
Dauntless?
The prince, until he gets married, none of us can.
You have now reached the 7th plateau, and here is your final question. It is divided into 4 parts and concerns a famous man often referred to as the Knight of the Red Cross. Number 1, what was his name? Number 2, what beast did he slay? Number 3, how many rows of teeth did the beast have and what kind? And number 4, what was the middle name of the daughter-in-law of the best friend of the blacksmith that forged the sword that killed the beast?
Number 1, St. George. Number 2, the dragon. Number 3, 12 rows of teeth, and they were iron. And number 4, could you repeat that question, please?
What was the middle name of the daughter-in-law of the best friend of the blacksmith that forged the sword that killed the beast?
The middle name?
Middle name.
The daughter-in-law?
In-law. You have 30 seconds.
Oh, pass. Please, please, pass.
Do you speak, my lady?
No.
20 seconds.
Oh.
I wish her success. She's a pretty little thing.
10 seconds.
Oh.
I'm terribly sorry.
Oh.
Your time is up.
Too bad, my dear, too bad. You did show a certain aptitude, but as for true brilliance of royalty, I'm afraid not. Remember, blood will tell, and yours didn't tell us quite enough. However, to show that there are no hard feelings, here's a nice consolation prize for you. Goodbye, good luck, get out! Sweetheart, Dauntless, stop pouting. Now don't dilly-dally, Dauntless, it's almost time for your cocoa.
Oh, I liked her.
So did I.
Why must every princess get the bird? Alas, alas, is what I lack, alas, alas, alack.
Throughout the land, no one may wed till dawn. He shares his marriage bed.
The lonely spinster's life. Go
And get the prince a royal wife.
We have an opening
For a princess, for a genuine certified princess.
Tell us when you intend to let this dilemma weary.
The ladies give a fig for living in sin.
We have an opening for a princess, for a beautiful
Bona fide princess.
Where's the dutiful knight who'll right all the wrong we've been done?
The ladies are having any fun.
What to do?
What to do?
What to do?
What to do?
Leave the ladies in waiting.
Leave the gentlemen too.
4, 6, 8, 10,
11, 12 contenders in a row. They were tested
and swiftly requested to
Go! Trumpet, sound the fight.
Tell us when you intend to send us a relevant pass.
And get the prince a royal wife. The ladies are having any.
No one is having any.
No one is getting any younger. And it's been God knows how long since we have an opening for a princess who's good enough, nice enough, sweet enough, smart enough, rich enough for our poor prince. It's all hopeless. Probably.
Minstrel! You are just arrived.
Yes, I am, Sir Wizard.
Splendid, splendid. Watch closely. I take a perfectly plain piece of parchment with no cuts, folds, creases, or concealed pockets.
Excuse me, Cardman, but I have to take the minstrel to sign in with the castle steward.
This way, please.
I'm on my way to Normandy. I won't be staying long.
For your father's sake, I put up a good deal from you. Don't address me as Cardamon in court, just because your father and I were in show business together. Don't presume.
Ho, Sir Harry!
My darling, you missed the test.
Sweet Larkin, my new responsibilities as chivalric knight of the Herald keep me busy.
The latest princess was a failure.
No!
Yes.
Bad luck. But don't despair, for if a princess is not found soon, I'll go out and find one myself, or I don't deserve to wear my spurs.
Darling,
Yes?
do you remember the royal joust on Whit Sunday when you won those spurs?
Why, of course.
And you were crowned Sir Harry, the fairest and bravest knight in all the land, and everyone agreed that you had a brilliant future ahead of you, that you might someday become Lord Chamberlain or even Prime Minister?
Well, I don't know about Prime Minister.
Do you remember the picnic we all had later on the greensward with the lovely cold pheasant?
Yes.
And you and I wandered away from the others to climb the hill and watch the sun go down?
Yes.
And there was a lark singing in the tree, and you said you'd remember that moment forever because the lark's song reminded you of my name?
Yes, Larkin, yes.
And then we watched the sun go down?
Oh, yes.
Well, Harry, I'm going to have a baby. So you see, a princess for Dauntless must be found in soon, or I shall have to go away somewhere. I shall have to go away somewhere. Oh, Harry, I'm so worried. This could ruin you, and you'd never be prime minister or anything. Just say the word, and I'll go now. I'll go far away where they'll never find me. Just say the word.
No, you'll stay here. Why should we both suffer just because you had a moment of weakness?
Oh, Harry.
Don't despair. Everything's going to be all right.
Thank you, Harry.
It won't be long, it won't be long, it won't because it can't be long before our dreams come true. Because you know I don't belong, and furthermore I shan't belong to anyone but you. In a little while, just a little while, you and I will be 1, 2, 3, 4. In a little while I will see your smile on the face of my son, to be forever hand in glove is the way I have it planned. But I'll only stay in love if the glove contains your hand.
In a velvet gown, I'll be coming down the aisle, and it's bound to seem as though the waiting's only been a little while.
Have you any idea how soon, my love?
November!
November?
My time is at a premium, for soon the world shall see me a maternal bride to be. I know I mustn't worry, Harry, still I think you should hurry, Harry, Harry, marry me.
In a little while, just a little while, you and I will be 1, 2, 3, 4. In a little while I will see your smile on the face of my son, to be forever hand in glove is the way I have it planned. But I'll only stay in love if the glove contains your hand. I can see it all down to every small detail, so I wish you'd look around until you found a castle in the neighborhood for sale.
Now, darling, don't. Come on, darling. Dauntless, pick up your feet for heaven's sake. And don't squint. I told you not to look at the sun.
Yes, Mama.
That's better.
Mama?
Sextimus! I've told you once, I've told you 100,000 times. I don't want you playing these games in the halls. It just isn't dignified. We are the rulers of this kingdom, and if one is going to act as a ruler should, I'd like to know who will.
Mama?
Now what?
When am I gonna get my princess?
Dauntless, I don't want to talk about that right now. It's time for your cocoa.
But Mama, sometimes I get the funniest feeling you don't want me to get married.
Don't want you to get married? Don't want you to get married? Dauntless, don't you trust me?
Of course, Mama.
Well, then how can you say such a thing? I want you to get married. How many times have I told you I want you to get married? Only this morning I was telling your father, I said, Sextimus, I want that boy to get married. It just isn't normal for a boy his age to be single. And he is the prince. Don't forget that. He's next in line to the throne. And I know we're not the oldest people in the world, but on the other hand, we're not going to live forever. And I know I'd feel much better, much easier, and much more relaxed in my mind if my boy were married and settled in set. And that is absolutely verbatim, exactly what I told your father this morning. Of course, he didn't say anything. He never does. But you know him just as well as I do, and I do not have to tell you how impossible he is. But that's my cross of pain, and I don't want you to worry your head one tiny bit about the fact that your father and I don't get along and never have. If he makes me miserable and if he makes me suffer, I just have to put up with it, and I will not allow it to change my child's attitude towards him or me. He may be a mean, stupid, selfish, rotten man, but he is your father, and I want you to respect him. There's only one person who truly cares about you and truly worries about your health and your happiness and your future. And that's what we're talking about right now, your future. And I want to make myself absolutely clear. I want you to get married, but I don't want you to marry just anybody. After all, marriage is a lifetime partnership, and I don't want my little boy to make the same mistake I did and end up miserable the way I did. You are a prince, and you deserve someone suitable, someone who is good enough, smart enough, and fine enough for my good, sweet, precious, darling baby boy. Of course, she has to be a princess. I mean, a real princess. That's something I absolutely insist upon. She has to be a real, genuine, bona fide princess, just as I was. That's what you want, isn't it? Someone like me? Of course you do. Oh, God, if only I was 20 years younger. Just remember this. You must trust me.
Your Majesty, Your Highness.
Hello, Harry.
Don't interrupt. Well?
Your Majesty, Sir Harry would like to speak to you.
Well?
Your Majesty, I have the honor to request a perilous labor. I wish to search throughout the kingdom and find a princess, one of royal blood, who will suit both your and Prince Dauntless's needs.
No.
Mama!
No. We've been through all the eligible girls from all the neighboring kingdoms. There are none left. We simply have to wait for their younger sisters to grow up, and that will take years.
But madam, I wish to go north, over the mountains.
Over the mountains?
Across the Badlands.
Across the Badlands?
And into this beautiful marshland, where the beautiful swamp lily grows.
Into the marshlands? Are you out of your mind?
Let him go, Mama, let him go.
You won't find anything there but frogs and tadpoles and things.
Mama!
Do you know what the weather there is like? Do you know how dark and humid?
Mama, please.
And foggy and oppressive?
Mama, let him go. Let Sir Harry go. Please. For me.
All right. He can go. It's his sinus.
Hooray!
Now come along, Dauntless. You've missed your cocoa.
Good luck, Sir Harry. Good luck.
Don't be afraid, little Larkin. I'll find a true princess, one who will pass the queen's test.
I trust you, and don't worry, I'm not afraid.
And I shan't be away long.
Only fly as fast as you can, my love. We'll be waiting for you.
We?
Oh, you know. Oh, and take this. Wear it with you.
Next to my heart.
In a little while, just a little while, you and I will be 1, 2, 3, 4.
In a little while I will see your smile on the face of my son, to be forever hand in glove is the way I have it planned. But I'll only stay in love if the glove contains your hand. In a velvet gown you'll be walking down the aisle, and it's bound to seem as though the waiting's only been a little while.
Sir Harry's perilous journey had taken 3 weeks, and the Lady Larkin had all but given up hope that they would find a true princess. Then, one sunny morning in mid-April, just when the crocuses were beginning to dot the meadows, the lookout in the north tower spotted 2 distant figures approaching at full gallop. The alarm was spread. Sir Harry is back! Sir Harry is back with the new princess! Now let's see how this next part goes. On a stormy night, to the castle door came the last the prince had been waiting for. That, of course, is utterly untrue. It didn't storm that night at all. And in fact, it wasn't even night. And the princess had only looked as though she came in from a storm.
Actually, I swam the moat, but never mind. There's a nice breeze right here, so I'll be dry in no time.
Mama, look! She's all wet.
You swam the moat?
We tried to stop her, but she wouldn't wait for the drawbridge.
You swam the moat?
She seemed determined to arrive as quickly as possible.
We had to get a rope to pull her out.
You swam the moat?
All right, I was a little anxious. My friend, Sir Harry, he's still out there. He told me there was an opening for a princess, any princess. So I figured the early bird. Anyway, here I am. Who's the lucky man? Hey, Nani, Nani, is it you?
Hey, Nani, 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 no.
Hey, Nani, Nani, is it you?
Hey, Nani, 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 no.
Hey, Nani, Nani, is it you or you or you or you or?
Hey, Nini, Nooni, Nani, Nini,
No,
Nanny.
no, no! Someone's being bashful. That's no way to be, not with me. Can't you see that I am just as embarrassed as you, and I can understand your point of view? I've always been shy. I confess that I'm shy. Can't you guess that this confident air is a mask that I wear? 'Cause I'm shy, and you may be sure. Way down deep I'm demure, and some people I know might deny it. At bottom I'm quiet and pure. I'm afraid that it's wrong to be meek as I am. My chances may pass me by. I pretend to be strong, but as weak as I am, all I can do is try. God knows I tried, though I'm frightened and shy. And despite the impression I give, I suspect that I'm living a lie, because I'm actually terribly timid and horribly shy. Though a lady may be dripping with glamour, as often as not she'll stumble and stammer when suddenly confronted with romance, and she's likely to fall on her face when she's suddenly face to face with a pair of pants. not as hard to please as she seems. Quite often she'll settle for something less than the man of her dreams. I'm going fishing for a mate.
She's going fishing for a mate.
I'm gonna look in every nook.
She's gonna look in every nook.
But how much longer must I wait with bated breath and hook?
Not I, sir.
Then who, sir? Where, sir? And when, sir? I couldn't be tenser. So let's get this done, man. Get on with the fun, man. I am one man.
The lady is one man
You swam the moat!
Does she ever say anything other than, you swam the moat?
Why don't you ask her yourself?
Do you ever say anything other than, you
Do
swam?
you mean to ask me to believe that you are a true princess of royal blood? And you ask me to have the presumption and the nerve and the gall to ask for my son's hand in marriage?
Mama, may I say something?
No. And do you even imagine, for one moment, I would even consider you suitable for any son of mine? You are under a very unfortunate misapprehension, my dear. My son isn't going to marry any moat swimmer, not while I have breath in my body. And I haven't been well, not well at all. I get these shooting pains all through here. And don't tell me it's the vapors. I know what the vapors are. I've had the vapors.
Are you new here? Watch closely. I take a perfectly plain piece of parchment. Notice, it is a single piece of parchment with no cuts, folds, creases, or concealed pockets.
It's a nut house.
No, wait!
You're the one, I guess.
Sure. I'm Prince Dauntless the Drab.
Well, glad to have met ya.
Wait! I like you. Everybody does. Well, almost everybody.
Dauntless, I'd like to stay here, but I don't want to come between you and your mother, so I guess I'll just face the facts, cut my losses, and head back to the swamp.
But I really like you.
You do? Why?
You swam the moat.
Dauntless, I know I swam the moat, but that's not the real me. I'm not like that. Actually, I'm shy!
She's in the moat again. Lower the drop.
I'm okay.
You ought to see her swim, Mama. She's wonderful.
Yes, isn't she?
Mama, can I marry her now? She swam the moat.
It's cold!
Twice.
I don't need any help!
Mama, can I please marry her? Can I please?
Marry her? when you marry, if you'll marry a real princess.
I have the honor to announce the arrival of Her Highness the Princess Winifred.
You're a little late. She's been here and gone.
Gone?
Yes. She's swimming home. That, Sir Harry, is no princess.
Ah, but she is.
What?
That one? You jest!
On mine honor as a knight she is. I have her papers right here. Winifred, Princess of Ickhamkill, guardian of the serpents and warden of the Ragnarok marsh lily. The inscription on her family crest reads, Tu ne sede malis sed contra adintior ito.
What does that mean?
Roughly, if at first you don't succeed,
Never mind.
You see, Mama, she is a real princess.
She looks like a princess.
Test your majesty. Just test her, please.
Quiet!
At least a test, Mama. For me, please.
All right. We can test her. The wizard and I will put on our thinking caps and come up with a test to prove that that girl cannot possibly be a princess.
Grab her by the leg!
It's her leg!
That's not my leg!
How crude. We'll test her for sensitivity. She'll have her test, and she'll fail it, just like all the others. Fair and square.
Hey. Fail what?
A royalty test.
Every princess suing for my hand must pass a test to prove she's a real princess.
Well, what kind of test?
It's always highly secret.
Well, we'll worry about that later. Right now, I better get out of these wet clothes.
Oh, may I show you part of the room on the way to your room?
Sure.
You're awfully nice.
You're nicer.
And you're good looking, too.
You're better looking and nicer, too.
Oh, well, you're a better swimmer.
Okay.
Your Highness, I'm so excited. Sir Harry's back. Yes, he is. And he's brought us a sweet princess. Have you seen her? Me neither, but I'm sure she's as delicate as an orange blossom. And I'm to be her lady in waiting. Sir Harry arranged it. Isn't he thoughtful? He arranges everything.
My father expected me to follow in his footsteps, and then I landed the jester job. What's wrong? You're worried. About what? Who? A lady. Which lady? 2 syllables. First syllable. A bird. An auk, a dove, an eagle, a blue jay, a cardinal, a lark, a lark.
Lady Larkin.
And a knight.
Which knight?
Sir Harry. Dust. Sounds like dust. Lust.
Must. Must what? You're gonna start all over again, right?
She's in trouble?
Well, what kind of trouble?
Big trouble.
How many syllables?
She's going to have a baby. Does anybody else know?
Well, yeah, but does anybody else know besides Harry?
Don't worry, Your Majesty. I know we can keep a secret. The question is, can you?
We know you can't talk. You can't talk, but you managed to communicate. We have only 2 voices among us, and yet there's a third voice, a voice in disguise. You'll be hearing a trio and not a duet if you listen with both of your eyes. Kindly, with both of your. We produce a unique and remarkable blend when we raise our three voices on high. We're in perfect accord from beginning to the king and the minstrel and I. Yet if one of our trio should ever depart, then the others will languish and die. We're like three different people with only one, the king and the jester and I. Sing hey nonny nonny, hey nonny nonny, hi diddle diddle. Strike up a tune on the. Oh, the bishop declares our behavior is crude as he piously looks to the sky. 'Cause when we go in swimming, we always go. See the king and the jester,
the king and the minstrel.
Oh, the vintner makes wine from the grapes that he grows. 20 barrels were lost last July. Where they went is a secret that nobody but is a secret, but nobody but. Sing hey nonny nonny, hey nonny nonny, needle and thimble. There's a clash on the. It's been said of our king that his morals are loose, but the queen is much worse on the sly. Well, what's good for the gander is good for the. See the king and the jester,
the king and the minstrel.
Well said, well said.
As if I had enough trouble trying to protect my only son from every catch-penny princess that comes along. Now I'm surrounded by spies and traitors. Whom can I trust?
Me.
No one. And now I have another one of those princesses to cope with. I'm in no mood to sit for hours on end in that stuffy chamber trying to rack my brain for a test for that girl. And I'm not feeling well at all. But that's the way Dauntless wants it. That's the way it will be.
Well, her papers seem to be in order.
Yes, and the worst part is that that foolish boy seems to like the girl. We need a test that looks fair, sounds fair, seems fair, and isn't fair. If you could come up with a test for sensitivity, I could applaud you right aloud. But exactly what?
Table manners?
No, that's not good enough. Sensitivity. Sensitivity, sensitivity, I'm just loaded with that. In this one word is the epitome of the aristocrat. Sensitive soul and sensitive stomach, sensitive hands and feet. This is the blessing, also the curse of being a true elite. Common people don't know what exquisite agony is. Suffered by gentle people like me. Just get your hands off me. Think up a tricky test for that wretched moat-swimming princess.
Madam, may I suggest? Maybe we ought to...
Don't take all night, I'm not well. I need my rest. Not that I ever sleep on that lumpy mattress. Oh God, my back. Sensitivity, bane of royalty, that bed's a torture rack. Oh, I hate to sound grumpy, but my nerves are so jumpy. I am sure I can feel any lump, even if it were under the mattress, as small as a pea. That's the answer. Under the mattress, we'll test her tonight. One tiny pea beneath one thick downy mattress. Oh God, you're bright. Any genuine princess would feel it. If she doesn't, she's through. Get me one tiny pea and order one mattress. No, make it 2.
Why not 5?
10 I think would be plenty. Better still make it 20. And to play it safe in the event, even that's not enough to ensure that she sleeps. We'll give her a soothing sedative, won't we? You can whip up a drink. Something stunning. Oh, but you're devilish. I love the way you think. She's insensitive, so insensitive. She'll fall asleep, no doubt. God, but you're clever, brilliant, a genius. You are divine. Get out!
Well, it certainly feels good to get into something dry. This old dress is just soaked.
Your Majesty, the king wants to meet the young lady.
Why? He never asked me before.
He heard she swam the moat.
Dauntless, is your father anything like your mother? Because if he is, I just don't...
No. My father is silent.
I'd love to meet him.
Your Majesty, the king welcomes you into our kingdom. And he wanted me to wish that you hope that you get a 100 on the test tomorrow.
Ah, well, thanks.
My father never touches his crown to his chest unless he really means it.
Alas, madame, the king is mute, or else he would speak up for himself. A long time ago, before Prince Thomas was born, he was cast by a witch that said, King Sextimus will never talk until the mouse devours the hawk.
Until the mouse devours the hawk. Well, can't you just take a big mouse and a little hawk and you...
Well, we tried that once, but the mouse ran away and I got scared and the hawk bit Daddy.
Oh. Well, let me just get this test under my belt and then we'll worry about that later. It was certainly a pleasure meeting His Majesty. A short while ago, I had the pleasure of meeting Her Majesty. Now that is a nice man.
Your Majesty, I think you better speak to Prince Dauntless very soon about,
About what?
Your father feels that he has been neglecting you, and now that you're old enough to get married, he thinks you guys should have that talk about things.
You mean about things? You mean now?
Your father feels that maybe it'd be better for you to wait a little bit. He has some important facts that he needs to look up first.
I certainly do like almost both your parents, Dauntless.
We want you to be happy here, and we understand it's a lot different than from what you're used to.
Well, it is quite the adjustment to dry land.
You must feel like a fish out of water.
As a matter of fact, I do. You see, back home we don't really have any dry land. Oh, some of the poorer people do, but the nobility live right in the swamp with their servants and pets.
Oh, do you have pets?
Lots.
Dogs?
Frogs. I come from the land of the foggy, foggy dew. Ooh. When walking through the meadow in the morning is like walking through glue. The swamps of home are brushed with green and gold. At break of day, at break of day, the swamps of home are lovely to behold. From far away, from far away. In my soul is the beauty of the bog. In my memory, the magic of the mud. I know that blood is thicker than water. swamps of home are thicker than blood. Where'er I roam, my heart grows dark and cold. My face grows gray when shadows fall and I hear the call of the swamps of home. I feel it calling me now, calling me back, calling me Winifred, 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 Winifred. Who do you think you are? Girl, the swamp. You have gone too far. Maid of the marshland, give up the struggle. Listen to the voice of the swamp. Where'er I roam, the whips of fate may smart, but deep down in my heart, one thought will abide and will ne'er be forgotten. Though I search far and wide, there is no land as run. Run, 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 run. As the swamps of
Your Highness, me and the girls would like to lend you something to wear while your garment is drying.
Ladies? Dauntless, I have to change now.
You do? All right.
No, Dauntless. It's bad luck to see too much of the bride before the wedding.
Hurry, ladies. Oh, come on now. May I show you your gowns now, Your Highness?
Oh, sure.
Now here's the very latest thing from They Do Such Lovely Work. Notice the fullness in the back and the window sleeves cut right down to the, it's really you. It looks marvelous. Would Her Highness like to look in the mirror?
Does Her Highness have a favorite color?
Well, back home we wear a lot of dark green and earth brown, but my favorite color would be my dress right there, huckleberry. I say, just leave them all and I'll send the ones I can't use back.
Very well. Lady H, Lady R.
Come in.
Oh, looks like we won't need you, Emily. They've already sent a girl to do the floors. You're new here, aren't you?
Yes, I'm...
Well, remember, we all have a job to do, and your job is just as important as everyone else's. Oh, Winifred, dear, sweet, lovely Princess Winifred, you will pass the Queen's test, you will. Gramercy, my dear, you can't possibly clean the floor with such a tiny little patch. What you need is a big, wet rag. Here, what's this?
That's my
Use this old
huckleberry.
thing. Just look at this mess. What will the gentle princess think of me? Can you know what it means to be lady in waiting to the blessed Winifred? Winifred, Winifred, what name is sweeter than that? Oh, look at this table. It's dripping wet. Here, I'll use this. I can't bear to see the delicate beauty of her royal mistress in such a messy place. Oh, get that, please. Quick, 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 quick.
Harry!
Your Highness.
You're what?
How are you? Oh, get up. You don't have to go through the motions with me. Say, I'm awfully sorry about that whole swimming the moat thing. I hope I didn't leave a bad impression.
Not at all, Your Highness. And if you'll just give your wet dress to one of our ladies in waiting, she'll see that it's taken care of.
Oh, it's already been taken care of.
I see you've met my dear Lady Larkin.
This is the little Larkin girl?
The very same.
Harry, she's beautiful. and a bundle of energy.
When I gaze upon that captivating face, I realize how poorly my description must have been.
Sir Harry's not very good at describing people, Your Highness.
Well, he may not be good at describing them, but he sure knows how to pick them. All right, if you'll excuse me, I have to take these dresses back to the 4th floor.
I've never been so humiliated in my life.
What's the matter?
I thought she was a chambermaid.
What?
A chambermaid.
Larkin, how could you mistake the princess for a chambermaid?
How could I? How could you mistake that chambermaid for a princess?
Don't say such a thing. Just because you made a stupid mistake.
I made a mistake? Don't you dare try and blame this on me.
I do blame it on you.
She was on her hands and knees scrubbing the floor.
She's a real lady wherever she was. That's more than I can say for some people around here.
I hate you.
Well, I hate you too.
Get out.
Don't worry, I'm going.
Goodbye.
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 After all, you are a wizard. You should be able to come up with something to help What's-Her-Name to sleep. And you should whip up one of those sleeping potions and that good heavy incense. And also that hypnotic mirror, too. Wait, the most important thing is that she's tired out first. We'll have an official ball tonight. We'll make her dance until she drops. But what can we do? Do you know anything? Oh, do you know the Saracen Brawl?
Yes, Your Majesty.
No, that's not tiring enough. How about that new dance, the Spanish Panic? I've heard it's absolutely exhausting. Do you know it? Well, it's all the rage in Venice. Everyone, we're to have an official ball tonight, and everyone is to attend. We're going to be doing that new dance, the Spanish Panic, so you might as well just learn it right now. This is how you do it. You grab a partner, and you go out, in, up, out, in, up, sashay, 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 and a twirl. And that is the Spanish Panic. Now you try it. No. Doesn't anyone here know how to do the Spanish Panic?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Oh, thank you, Sir Harold and Lady Beatrice. Now suppose we all try it. Take partners, please. Prepare, act! Isn't it fun? Don't you just want to do it forever? They make you want to fly?
Are you sure you know what you're doing?
What's the matter? You lost her? Don't worry, Your Majesty. I'll help you.
Has he ever had any success?
Well,
I mean, he's been here a month, and... Well, I've been here a month, and he hasn't caught a girl yet.
I tell you what, tomorrow, we'll set a trap.
You exaggerate.
Not a bit. Someone's coming.
The Queen!
And this has to be the biggest, loudest ball that we've ever had. And be sure to hire extra musicians. And also tell the jester I want him to perform. Not that I'll be able to enjoy any of it with my back and that nagging pain in my jaw. No one knows what I suffer to help this kingdom run. But for the ball, we also want to make sure everyone is attending.
What was she jabbering about? The Queen is going to make us do something.
Well, what?
Exercise? I don't know. Who's that? My lady, is there something wrong?
No.
Well, we're glad of that anyways.
I was just sitting in my room, sewing, and it got a little stuffy, that's all. So I came out here to get some air.
I see you were planning on camping out for a while.
Oh, Your Majesty, you don't know. You just don't know. Do you have any idea what can happen to the relationship between a man and a woman? Well, I'm glad I found out when I did anyways. It's better this way. I'm leaving.
You're leaving?
Yes, I'm leaving the service of the Queen forever.
That's a pretty big step to take all alone.
I have no choice.
You're leaving forever?
Yes.
You'll need help.
But who would help me?
I, my lady.
What did you say? You're going to protect the Lady Larkin. Who is going to protect you?
Chivalry demands that we protect a damsel in distress.
If you say so, Your Majesty.
But she'll have to travel light, the way a man does.
Yes, she will go as a boy. We'll steal one of Prince Dauntless' suits. Now, we'll get these out of your way. You go wait in your room.
No, thank you. I don't need help from anyone. I can go alone.
Over the wall?
Yes, I don't need help from anybody.
You'll be fine once you get past the water rats.
Rats?
Yes, water rats. They hang around the edges of stagnant pools, near the quicksand.
Quicksand?
Over the wall, which you must climb.
Climb?
It's 22 feet, and covered with slime.
Slime?
And infested with spiders.
Spiders?
Oh, the spiders are sweet compared to the snakes.
Snakes?
On the other
Oh,
side.
don't worry, they won't hurt you, unless, of course, you plan on going alone.
Well, I did, but if I'd known how terrible it was out there, then I
Then you think a second thought and come with me. I know all the secret ways to get us free. Over the hills and to the open sea.
Then where?
It's April, isn't it?
April?
Normandy is fine and fair, so Normandy is where we'll go. I can show you a beach where the peach blossom blows, and I know how to reach a man who knows a cozy inn.
A friendly place
with rows of windows facing the sea. This time of year, the air I hear is rare and clear and warm in Normandy. I know a meadow covered with mustard flowers, golden as the sun, where a wondrous thing can happen when an April day is done. There's a moment after the sunset when the sky is suddenly green and the world stands hushed and waiting for the first white stars to convene. When you see that emerald sky, you'll know the reason why. There's not another place I'd rather be.
Keep your El Dorado
And to hell with Burgundy. Come fly with me. Come try those wings. Come swift, for we have things to do.
Is there truly a beach where the peach blossoms blow? Are you sure you can reach a man who knows, a man who knows a cozy,
There's Jessamine
a friendly
White lilac
place
lace ad.
with
rows of windows facing the sea. This time of year, the air right here is rare and clear, and don't be afraid. Heaven was made in Normandy.
Sir Harry. He's gone to a fight with Lady Larkin. Hey, look.
I hear he's with that French girl. She only speaks one word of English, but I hear she's a charmer.
What's the one word?
Yes.
How goes it, Harry, old boy?
Très bien.
After the ball, we'll have a little party on the west parapet. Don't forget to bring the wine.
And something to bring on the ground.
Harry, ask Maybelle if she'd like to bring anything.
Voulez-vous,
Yes. Nice job, ladies. Doing very well. Isn't this dance exhausting? Very well. I just wish I could enjoy it myself. You know, with all my... Ah! Oh! Are you feeling weary, my dear?
No, let's do it again!
Oh.
Maybe you could give me a clue about the test.
A clue?
Yeah, I mean, what kind of test does the queen usually give?
Well, with Mama thinking up the test, it could be almost anything.
Like what?
For instance, she made one princess try and lift this weight. She couldn't. I can't even lift it, but I'm positive you'll be able to.
Do you want me to pass? I'll pass. All right.
Hey, I think you're wonderful.
By the way, I don't think I've ever told you my full name. My full name is Winifred the Woebegone, but Winifred's too formal. You can call me by my nickname.
Winnie?
Fred.
Wow. Fred. What a beautiful name. So straight, so strong, so you. I like you, Fred. I like you.
You're just saying those words to be kind.
No, I mean it. I love you, Fred.
He's out of his medieval mind.
I'm perfectly sane and sound. I've never felt better in my life. Everybody, 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 come and meet my incipient wife. I'm in love with a girl named Fred. My reasons must be clear. When she shows you all how strong she is, you'll stand right up and cheer.
D and F-R-E-D, Fred.
Yeah. I'm in love with a girl named Fred. She drinks just like the Lord. So come sing a merry drinking song and let the wine be poured.
Fill the bowl to overflowing, raise the goblet high. With F and R and E and a D and F-R-E-D, Fred. Yeah.
I'm in love with a girl named Fred. She sings just like a bird. You'll be left completely speechless when her gentle voice is heard. Fill the bowl to overflowing, raise the goblet high. With an F and an R and an E and a D, F-R-E-D, Fred. Yeah, I'm in love with a girl named Fred. She wrestles like a Greek. You will clap your hands and wonder at her fabulous technique. Fill the bowl to overflowing, raise the goblet high. With an F and an R and an E and a D and F-R-E-D, Fred. Yeah. I'm in love with a girl named Fred. She dances with such grace. You will bound to sing her praises when you're purple in the face. Bravo, bravo, bravissimo, bravo, bravissimo. Fill the bowl to overflowing, raise the goblet high. With an F and an R and an E and a D, F-R-E-D, Fred. Yeah. I'm in love with a girl named Fred. She's musical to boot. She will set your feet a tapping when she plays upon her lute. Bravo, bravo, bravissimo, bravo, bravissimo. Fill the bowl to overflowing, raise the goblet high. With an F and an R and an E and a D and an F-R-E-D, Fred. Yeah. I'm in love with a girl named Fred. A clever clownish wit. When she does her funny pantomime, your sides are sure to split. Ha 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 ho 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 ha 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 ho. Bravo, bravo, bravissimo, bravo, bravissimo. Fill the bowl to overflowing, raise the goblet high. With an F and an R and an E and a D and an F-R-E-D, Fred. Yeah. I'm in love with a girl. He's in love with a girl named F-R-E-D, Fred.
ordered 20 mattresses, the softest and the best. And she's threatened execution if we dare disturb the rest of her very special guest. She's ordered quiet, 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 quiet.
Sheets. Pillows. Blankets.
Right.
Mattresses.
Right, right, right.
Bravo, bravo, bravissimo.
Bravo!
Chester! Chester! Somebody stop him! There he goes down that corridor! Bring him here to me! Every time I turn my back, something outrageous is always going on in the corridors.
Never mind me.
Harry!
The Queen!
I knew I couldn't trust you, you wretch! I wanted quiet in these halls, and you're out there causing a ruckus!
Ow!
My goodness. What are you up to? What are you doing? What are you up to? What? There's something going on here. What's under the mattresses? It's a dead body? Pull that away. Well, what are you doing? Explain yourselves.
Your Majesty, it was just a joke. This boy and I, go wait outside. Lancelot.
Lancelot, wait! Lady Larkin! Take those mattresses away up to what's-her-name's room.
Your Majesty.
Quiet! What are you doing in the ridiculous get-up?
Your Majesty, please, I didn't.
Silence! And why weren't you at the ball?
Your Majesty.
Shut up! And why are you with this man? Answer me! Speak up!
Your Majesty,
You were running away, is that it? You were running away!
Larkin.
Why, you low-born, ungrateful little sneak. Is this the thanks I get after treating you as my own daughter? One of my girls just look at you, running off with a musician!
Your Majesty, the Lady Larkin is innocent. I'll tell you the truth. I made her come with me.
That's not true!
Why, you low...
Just a moment!
Larkin, what are you doing with that man?
What are you doing with that woman?
Just a moment!
You go to your room!
Don't tell me what to do, you libertine!
Quiet! Lady Larkin, may I remind you that you're still one of my ladies-in-waiting? Go upstairs and help what's-her-name to bed.
Please, Your Majesty.
Do as I say. And Sir Harry, may I remind you you're still one of my knights? Step forward.
Oh.
And you relax. Sir Harry, I order this minstrel banished from my kingdom. I want him gone by daybreak. Sixtimus, go to bed. I don't want you groping around in the dark all night. And everyone else, listen closely. There is a little girl upstairs who is dog-tired.
Oh, no, she said she was practicing for a test.
All right, let her study. But when she goes to bed, I want her to get a good night's rest. So I want quiet around here. Is that clear? I want quiet, and I'm going to get quiet if I have to scream the palace down. Quiet!
Quiet. The queen insists on quiet. The queen insists on. The queen insists on. The queen insists on. Quiet.
Some.
S-U-M. Some.
Summer.
Summer. S-U-M-E-R? Summer?
Good. Well, if they test you on spelling or literature, you're sure to pass, Fred. Next is history.
Ugh, history. Takes in quite a lot, but let's give it a whirl.
The first chapter is called The Bravery of Prince Waldir.
Waldir.
Young Waldir, wishing to slay the dragon Fafnir.
Who?
Wishing to slay the dragon Fafnir.
Fafnir. Oh, yeah, that one.
Takes his father's sword, Minnie.
Minnie.
Disguised as the West Wind, he goes into the forest, surprises Fafnir in his lair, and slays him. Whereupon he is enabled to understand the speech of birds. Meanwhile, Waldir's father, Alberic, disguised as the sacred goat, tells him that the spirit of Gunther...
Gunther? Wait, I thought that... Gunther? I thought that Gunther...
Meanwhile, Waldir's father, Alberic...
Did you ring for a page boy?
No.
Aren't you Larkin?
Yes, Your Highness.
Hey, I have a suit just like that.
What's the matter?
I'm in disguise, Your Highness. I was running away.
Wow, well, sit down and rest. Dauntless, pull up a chair.
But the Queen has ordered me
Never
to...
mind what the Queen has ordered. Just sit here.
But, Your Highness,
Now, what's going on?
I'll just go onto the parapet, naked, and catch a chill and die, and that'll show him.
Show him what?
He'll be sorry.
Ooh.
Horrible Harry.
You mean big, nice Harry?
Now, what did you do to him?
What did I do to him?
Well, you must have done something. You're talking the way I did when I once gave my brother a bloody lip. It was an accident.
We had a little disagreement, that was all.
So you decided to run away?
Well, he said some perfectly horrible things to me.
Well, in that case, I guess all that's left to do is pack up and get out. Unless, of course, you go to him and apologize. Listen, Harry is a wonderful boy, and he loves you. Why? We were on the road for 2 weeks, and he never laid a finger on me.
Oh, Your Highness.
Now, you just get into something pretty that shows you're a girl and patch things up with him. Oh, and Larkin, don't forget to act a little helpless. Boys don't like girls that are too strong.
I do.
Thank you. I don't know how I'll ever repay you. If it's a girl, I'm going to name her Fred.
But what if it's a boy?
Dauntless, you'd better go to bed and leave that history book.
I'm positive you'll pass the test tomorrow, Fred. At least, I'm pretty sure. But if you don't, I'll understand.
The young Prince Waldir, having slain the dragon Fafnir with the sword Minning, rescued the princess Frigga, and together they mounted his horse Trigga, where they were married and lived happily ever after. Well, I'm glad. They all lived happily, happily, happily ever after. The couple is happily leaving the chapel eternally tied. As the curtain descends, there is nothing but loving and laughter. When the fairy tale ends, the heroine's always a bride. Ella, the girl of the cinders, did the wash and the walls and the windows when she landed a prince who was brawny and blue-eyed and blonde. Still, I honestly doubt that she could ever have done it without that crazy lady with the wand. Cinderella had outside help, no one but me. Fairy godmother, 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 where can you be? I haven't got a fairy godmother. I haven't got a godmother. I have a mother, a plain, ordinary woman. Snow White was so pretty, they tell us that the queen was insulted and jealous when the mirror declared that Snow White was the fairest of all. She was dumped on a border, but was saved by some men who adored her. Oh, I grant you, they were small. There were 7 of them, practically a regiment. I'm alone in the night, by myself. Not a dwarf, not an elf, not a goblin in sight. That girl had 7 determined little men working just for her. Oh, sure, the queen gave her a poisoned apple. Even so, they all lived happily, happily, happily ever after. A magical kiss counteracted the apple eventually. Though I know I'm not clever, I'll do what they tell me I have to. I want some happily ever after to happen to me. Rapunzel had platinum tresses that were double the length of her dresses. She was kept in a tower for years by a wicked old witch. Till one night in despair down, she scrambled by letting her hair down. That's what I call quite a switch. I wonder if it'll hold. No, it'll never. I'll be finished before I begin. And besides, I don't want to get out. I want to get in. I want to live happily, happily, happily ever after. I want to walk happily out of the chapel eternally tied. For I know that I'll never live happily ever after. Till after I'm a bride, then I'll be happily happy. Yes, happily happy. And thoroughly satisfied.
You're a bully and a tyrant. Just because you won your spurs, you think...
Now see here. This man is charged with attempting to transport a young woman out of kingdom against her will. That's a serious offense.
He didn't do it. It was a frame-up.
You've got it all wrong.
He was trying to protect the Lady Larkin. And you stay out of this, Your Majesty.
Sir Harry, before I go, there's someone I must see first.
Who?
The wizard. I want your permission to speak to the wizard.
No. Permission denied.
Sir Harry, you're a fathead.
Yes. Oh my. Yes, you are. He's trying to help. We're all trying to help.
How can you help?
Well, by finding out what the test is. From the wizard. But that's cheating.
Don't you understand? This is for you.
Let me go to the wizard. No. If anyone must defy the wizard's magic, I should.
No, you must stand guard. This is my job. No, you might get hurt. You can't come, and that's final.
What's the matter, Papa?
The king mustn't come with us.
I'll get rid of him. Your Majesty, I think Prince Thomas is ready for that talk now.
Maybe later.
Nope. Prince Dauntless, your father's ready.
Is it important?
It cannot be put off. Come on. Do your duty, sire.
Well, what is it, Papa? What do you want to talk about? Well, Papa, stop, look, and listen. Little Prince. A boy, flower, girl, flower, boy flower, girl flower. Oh, tell me more. I want to know about what getting married is for. Seed falls on girl flower, and by, baby flower grow. Oh, but why? Oh, tell me why. Oh, Father, tell me, Father, don't be shy. Boy flower, girl flower, love each other. Boy flower, father, girl flower, mother. Yes, yes, but how? It's very interesting, but how? Oh, tell me now. Bee on boy flower dust gets on bee. Bee flies to girl flower, dust touches girl flower. Oh, I see. No, I don't see. It's very interesting, but still not clear to me. Woman is like girl flower, man is like bee, and like boy flower, man, that's me. No, I don't see. It's very interesting, but still not clear to me. Sounds like Carrie. Sounds like Carrie. Mary. Man and woman get married. Winifred and White love each other. And then one night, yes, then one night, it's very interesting what happens in the night. What happens? What happens? Oh, Father, tell me, please. Shall I go and pick some flowers? Shall I go and catch some bees? Princess Winifred and I will get married. And then, one night, oh, Papa, the stork will bring us a baby. Mama told me that years ago. No, wait a minute. Flower, seed, man, woman, bee, baby, small. It wasn't the stork, it wasn't the stork, it wasn't the stork at all. Oh, life is grand. It's very interesting. I think I understand. I think I know. It's very interesting. Thank you, Father. And Father, I love you so.
Pardon, Sir Wizard.
What do you want?
Our friend the minstrel is a great admirer of yours.
No soft soap, if you please.
This is not soft soap, and I wouldn't even say it except for the fact that I have been banished. Well, I hope this won't embarrass you, but I wanted to tell you what a great artist you are, Cardamon.
Cardamon? Don't call me by that name.
I use that name with honor, sir. I don't think I'll ever forget seeing you in command performance in Glastonbury in '92. What a show. What a triumph. You took 7 curtain calls.
8.
Well, do you happen to remember a boy in the front row he stood up and he yelled, "Bravo!" that night?
Yes.
Well, I was that boy.
I can't believe it.
Well, of course, now I'm in show business too, and if it's of any interest to you, it was your inspiration that brought this about.
You must belong to the guild. Camelot Local 714. To think someone remembers those days.
Yeah, well, I best get going now.
No, Sir Minstrel. Stay a while, for you.
Thank you.
Here, have a seat.
The Queen wouldn't like to know if I was still around.
Never mind her, sit down. This is between us.
Well, you must be busy with that test for tomorrow.
Oh, that's all right. The test is all taken care of.
Well, you wouldn't mind telling an old guild brother what it is.
Well, I'm sort of under an oath.
I understand. Well, I best be on my way.
No, wait a minute. May I borrow your handkerchief?
What handkerchief?
Some people think my act is pretty foul.
Cardamon the Great.
I bet you can't guess what the test is about.
Astronomy.
No, you'll never guess. Sensitivity.
Sensitivity. Did you hear? Cardamon the Great.
Cardamon the Greatest. Now, let me tell you the rest. No, I'd better not.
No, I'll go. But may I ask one favor, Cardamon? May I have this?
What do you want with that?
A memento of the good old days. Because of my father, I...
Keep it.
Thank you.
Jester.
Yes? Thank you, sir.
Well, that was a wonderful thing you did for that boy, Cardamon.
Well, for his father's sake.
Say, I actually don't have to get out of here until daybreak. You want to go down to the wine cellar and split a bottle and talk more about, talk some more?
Fine. But I've got something I've started that I'd like to finish up here. I'll be down in 2 seconds.
I'll be waiting.
What's the matter, Jester?
Oh, nothing.
Say something funny.
Have you ever heard of my father? Sliding Peter Jingle?
Was that funny?
I don't know.
I think the clown is losing his touch.
I'm neither sentimental or romantic, and I often think that I'm strictly up to date. But at times the dancing gets a bit too frantic in these hectic days of 1428. So indulge me if I pause to raise my chalice to a quaint and charming dance they used to do in the days when my dear father played the palace back in 1392. My dad was debonair and quite as light as air. In his very soft shoes, how he could dip and glide and skip and slip and slide. In his very soft shoes, I used to stand and watch him every day. He was always smooth and cool. I used to love to hear the people say he's a regular dancing fool. He barely touched the ground, he never made a sound. But I've noticed in all his reviews that when he took his bow to the crowd in the crowd went crazy and the house came down when Daddy wore his very soft shoes. Bow to the crowd in the crowd went crazy and the house came down when Daddy wore his very soft shoes.
Who's there? Friend or foe?
A friend?
Oh.
I hope. Oh, Harry. Harry, look at me. I was running away, but that was only because I thought that you didn't love me. I thought that you didn't love me? But even if you don't love me, I can't love anyone but you, and I'd like to be near you if I can, as long as I can. Oh, Harry, I don't blame you if you've changed.
Well, in a way I have. Yesterday I loved you as never before. But please don't think me strange. I've undergone a change, and today I love you even more. My heart cannot be trusted, I give you fair warning. I openly confess, tonight I love you less than I will tomorrow.
Yesterday I loved you as never before, but that was long ago, and now it's time you know that today I love you even more. My heart cannot be trusted, I give you fair warning. I tremble at your touch, not nearly half so much as I will tomorrow morning.
Yesterday you seemed as lovely to me as anyone ever could be. Now I see what tricks my eyes can play. Yesterday I must have been utterly blind, or else I was out of my mind, for I find you so much lovelier today.
My heart cannot be trusted, I give you fair warning.
For yesterday I
just a
loved
little
you
while,
as never
and I will be 1, 2, 3, 4.
But that
In
was
a
long
little while I will
ago,
see your smile
and now
on
it's
the face
best
of my
you
son
know
to be
that
forever hand
today I
in
love you
hand is the
even
way I have it planned.
My heart cannot be trusted, I give you fair warning. I openly confess, tonight I love you less than I will tomorrow morning.
$17, $18, $19, $20. That should do it. And one small pea that I had to bring from the pantry myself up the most killing stairs in all the kingdom. There. All right, you can come in now. Did you bring everything? The hypnotic mirror?
Yes, madame.
And the rest of the things?
Yes, madame.
And the girl. Where is the girl? She should know that it's long past bedtime. One would think that she'd be dropping from exhaustion. Oh, it's you. Ready for bed? You must be sure to get a good night's rest so you can be up bright and early in the morning to make your journey to home or wherever you're going. Bring on the hypnotic mirror. And the incantation, the wizard said it'd be on the wrapper.
Right here, Your Majesty.
Yes. Silken swishing sibilance wraps us in a gentle trance. Deep in Morpheus's arms we lie, off we go to Betty Bye.
You know, I think I'm getting a sty right here.
Ugh. Bring on the poppy and mandragora incense.
Here, madame.
Yes. Drowsy incense, sweet aroma, wraps us in a gentle coma. Murmuring voices seem to say, Mr. Sandman's on his way.
Ugh.
That ought to get us to sleep. The sleeping draught?
Here, madam.
Yes. A little drop of extract of opium in some warm milk helps the bed, I always say. Drink it down. Now, I'm sure you're going to get a good night's sleep. I wish I could say the same for myself. But to help you have no trouble drifting off, I prepared a special treat. Bring on the Nightingale of Samarkand. Who has the Nightingale of Samarkand? Naturally, I have to do everything myself. All right, sing! Stop! You were brought here to put a live princess to sleep, not to wake a dead one. How about a nice lullaby? Yea, verily. Now, dear, why aren't you in bed? Help her up. Well, at least we know one person in this castle is going to get a good night's sleep.
What are you? Some kind of nut? 20 downy mattresses. I'm gonna sleep like a baby. All right, lumps, watch out. All right, let's try this again. Good night, everybody. All right, sheep. I'm ready when you are. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Here, let Mother help.
Leave me alone, Mama. I can trust myself.
Well, far from it for me to interfere, darling.
Mama, I said leave me alone.
Why are you dressed like this so early in the morning anyway?
Well, Mama, today's the test, and I want to look my best for Princess Winifred.
Oh, the test, Dauntless. The test is already over.
What was it? When was it?
It was last night. We put the princess to sleep on 20 soft, downy mattresses. It was a small pea beneath the bottom one. To test her for sensitivity, the pea would have kept a real princess awake.
And she slept?
Well, I'm sure I don't know, darling, but she was practically falling asleep before she even got into bed and yawning like a vulgar scullery maid. I mean, she looked ghastly and old enough to be your... Oh, well, we'll see.
Oh, Fred.
I'm
Quiet.
sorry.
The queen is coming.
I'm sorry. I'm just so nervous I could die. Absolutely die. If she doesn't pass the test, I'll just kill myself.
Control yourself. They're on their way.
And one day we'll get you a true Princess Dauntless. Oh, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Your Majesty.
All here to see the princess on her way. Since she's such a favorite of ours, I've prepared an extra special consolation prize. Sir Studley?
Here, Your Majesty.
Charming.
A very special gift.
Charming. Dauntless! And where is our little slug-a-bed? She should be getting an early start.
37,000.
There she is. She's not even dressed yet. She must have slept like a baby.
37,428.
37,428 what?
Sheep. What do you stuff your mattresses with? Jousting equipment?
What do you mean?
I mean, that bed ought to be moved down to the torture chamber.
You didn't sleep?
I never shut my eyes.
You've passed.
Past what?
The test. Mama put a pea under 20 soft, downy mattresses, and you didn't sleep, and now we can get married.
20 mattresses? No wonder I'm black and blue.
Now, don't you think she's pretty?
No, she's beautiful.
Dauntless, dear, I'll leave the wedding arrangements up to you. And you better start looking for a small kingdom for us to live in. I don't think we're gonna want to live with the in-laws.
Well, I better get her to our room before she falls asleep on this cold floor.
Dauntless, wait.
What should I wait for, Mama?
To give this matter proper consideration.
Winifred passed the test, and now I'm going to take her up to our room.
But I just don't want you listen to your mother. Through this heartbreaking process, I've never nagged, I've never interfered, and never asked for one solitary word of comfort.
Mama, she's asleep.
But I will not allow you to throw your life away on this little nobody.
Mama, quiet.
I mean, I never trusted her with those shifty little eyes or that mean little mouth or
Mama,
grabby
I
hair.
told you to shut up!
It happened. It happened. The prophecy. The mouse devoured the hawk.
Look! The queen can't talk.
What?
I can!
He talks!
And I've got a lot to say. You. Unhand the boy. Go ahead. Agavain, when I say hop, I want you to hop. Hop. Skip. Jump. Do a little twirl. On point. Come on. Hop. Skip. Jump.
Did you stay awake? That pea was awfully small. It wasn't the pea, it wasn't the pea at all. Oh, life is grand, it's very interesting. We think we understand, we think we know. It's very